Hey guys, and welcome to episode 5 of Majeffries Plays PES 2013 as Majeffries United. Now in the last video I told you that I'd cut this match into two separate videos. This is the second one, so if you haven't seen the first half yet, I suggest you watch episode 4. What basically happened was I scored very early on in the game and then spent the rest of the match trying to break down their defence. Well, until half time obviously, and now I'm in the second half and I'm basically trying to do the same thing again. So I think it was Drewson, number 11. Yeah, it was Drewson who scored the goal for me. It was a good goal, ball to the edge of the box, ran inside the box slightly and then just put it in the top corner. But you know, I'm not happy with that. Who wins matches 1-0? Seriously. And you know, if Delamond had got his foot on that ball, we could have been looking at a completely different outcome to the match as well, because I know what you're all thinking. Obviously, it'd be 2-0, it's a different scoreline. But what I mean is, 1-0 up, the opposition still have a chance to get into it. But 2-0 up, you can end up having the floodgates opening and just causing a carnage, really, in terms of how many goals you score. That's if you ever see a match with a high scoreline, it's always the second goal of the game that makes that scoreline. The first goal is just the benchmark. The second goal is always the is the team going to equalise or are they going to extend their lead? And you know, it's been said before, but the second goal is the most important goal in a football match because it can change the outcome fundamentally. As you can see, I need to practice corner routines. If anyone has any ideas for corner routines, please feel free to let me know, because I have two tactics. I have the pump it into the box and see what happens, or I have the drill it low along the floor, either to the front post or to the edge of the box, and just have someone run onto it and smash it in. That tactic worked very well on PES 2012. 2013, the drill it low across the box doesn't really work as well because defenders, I'm guessing Konami might have wisened defenders up, but a lot more times now it gets cut out, which for me is frustrating because that was my main source of goals at one point, just winning corners, because that's all I seem to do. I take a lot of shots and the keeper palms them wide, and then I used to get the goal from the corner, whereas now I have to work the ball into the box and occasionally I get lucky with a header. I'm a bit disappointed about the accuracy of headers on this game, actually. You see a lot of times if I cross the ball in from a corner or a free kick or just a generic cross, and I win the ball easily ahead of the defender, and yet my striker still heads it about 5 yards wide. And, you know, I really want to know why. Because I've got players here like Bobo and Delamond. I've given them really good heading accuracy as well as pace and power and things like that. And even they head the ball miles wide. And that for me is unrealistic, because if I have just as much chance of scoring with an 88 header as I do with a 36 header, then what's the point in giving them an 88 stat in the first place, you know? I may as well just have them all like 10. And, you know, it's the luck of the draw then, isn't it? Which, in some ways, will make the game more exciting. In some ways, will make the game a lot more stressful, because pumping the ball into the box just won't work. As you can see, I'm trying to fill time at the moment because 10-minute halves can be quite long. So I think definitely in the future I'll only be doing 5-minute halves. Oh, I forgot about that shot from Delamond. You'll be seeing a lot of shots like that in this series because I have speculative players, and in fact I've actually compiled a montage of all my best goals scored on this game so far. Pretty much all of them have been scored by my Welwyn Garden City team. So I will probably be uploading that sometime in the near future for you guys to have a look at. And I'll point out now, not every goal on there is a worldie. Some are just, for me, they were important goals, which is why I included them. But, you know, they'll probably find them boring. But the point of this is, you will be seeing some very good speculative shots. Not only in this match, but throughout this campaign. I do like to hit shots from range. It catches the defence out. No one really expects it. I like doing this pump ball over the top as well. Measured ball across the top, not just a hit and hope. And, you know, if I end up with one of my players on the end of it, I'm very happy. But for now, it's still 1-0, and there's still 18 minutes of the game to go. So, you know, this match is still on a knife edge, really. It can go one way or the other. When I played this game, I didn't even feel in control of the match. I felt that at any second, one of their players could make a breakdown like the wing or even straight through the middle and end up scoring a goal. So even though I'm pumping balls into the box like that and so close to scoring a second goal myself, I still felt like I could end up drawing this match. I didn't feel any goal threat as such from my team. I felt Bobo in particular. Delamon did okay in his role. He sort of linked up the play, but Bobo was really disappointing out on the left. And then you can see by now he's been brought into the middle a bit more. And even now he's like there, he's on the right wing, which why would I want him there? You know, he's a striker. The right winger was already there. He's pointing into no man's land and running towards the corner flag. There's no hope of him actually getting the ball there unless I was really desperate to keep hold of it. And he's not causing a goal threat at all. I don't even know how many shots. I think he's had like 2 or 3 shots throughout the entire match, which for some players is a lot, but for a player like Bobo, that's nothing, really. I'm expecting like 5 or 6 shots a game from him. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed by his competitive debut. Delamon I was a lot more happy with. Even Drusen I was impressed with, scoring the goal so early on in the game. And you know, you end up getting caught out like that. And this is what I meant by I didn't feel in control of the game, because for the whole match, really, every time they got the ball forward, they actually looked like they could score a goal. And it was only a matter of when and not if. So as soon as they got the ball into that position, you know, I tried to bring the keeper out. I tried to keep pressure on the striker, but the ball was only going to end up in one place, and that's the back of the net. Or the front of the net, as I hear people are calling it now. Courtesy of Robin Shroot, that one. Hi if you're watching. But yeah, you know, a toe poke goal. That's really... I'm disappointed in my defence for that. I expected a lot better from my defence. And I think you can see the delay in cancelling the replay there, because I was just kicking myself, almost literally, about how crappy a goal that was to concede. When you've actually... I know I said about being in control of the match, but when you've led it for so long, it's like I've been sort of hinting at before. You've led a match for so long and then suddenly you're level again. And you've got to start from square one, and in this case I had about 6 or 7 minutes in which to do it. So I know some players who'd buckle at this point and sort of just play for the draw, but I don't tend to yield that easy. I still go for the win no matter what. So you'll see me turning the screw a lot more towards the end of this match. Definitely trying to get just that little hint of an attack that could break through the defence. I do pass it backwards quite a bit as well towards the end of the match if I'm looking for a goal, purely because they don't expect it. And you know, you can suddenly unleash a shot like that from Delamont, which, like I said, I've been really impressed with him in this match today. He's caused more of a threat than the strikers have, even though Drusen has scored. And in actual fact, he's provided more width than the wingers at some stages. And his ability to pick out a pass is second to none, in all honesty. I know I set him up like that, so I know he can do that. But the fact that to actually see it happening in a match, and it doesn't matter where your player is, he will always pick him out. It's definitely a promising sign heading more into the season, that you've got a player who can pull it out of the bag when necessary. So yeah, we've got like 2 minutes of injury time left. It really doesn't look like I'm going to get anywhere near their goal now, because they've got, 7 men behind the ball. So, you know, you can have the best players in the world. You can have Messi and Ronaldo on the same team and you'd struggle to break through that. And, you know, the referee decides that that's enough. He's going to blow his whistle. So that is the end of the match. 1-1 draw, which, considering, you know, I beat Bruges 2-0 in the first game, I felt I'd improved my squad since then. And then to come out, have 12 shots, 7 on target, and only score 1 goal. You kind of got to ask some questions of your strike force, really. Giving away 4 fouls as well without winning a single free kick. That's, you know, little things like that, where I'm sure some of those fouls where you could have just waited a second longer and then won the ball. But I get really impatient and I want the ball there and then in case they end up breaking and scoring. So So yeah, I can see that I've got a lot to improve on still with the team. I'll probably have another little adventure into the transfer window at some point. Even when the transfer window shuts, I'm always looking for players for January, just because I identify quite quickly where my team needs improving, and the first thing I do is go onto the transfer list and see who I can get in, who can fill that position. And in some cases, I even transfer list players. So, got a lot of work to do still for this team, but on the plus side, that means there's more for me to talk about in my next few videos. So, if anyone has any ideas of how I could improve the team, or any particular player who I should be looking to sign, or any type of player I should be looking to sign, feel free to drop me a comment in the box below. I read every single comment, I reply to every single comment as soon as I've read it. I like the idea of engaging with my viewers, if I were to have any. So yeah, just feel free to drop me a message, and I'll get back to you guys. You'll probably see me signing the players that you've recommended, because me personally, I'm not the best at finding the best talent. I'm good at finding players, but not the best of each type. But yeah, there's a lot more excitement to come in this series. So until next time, guys, I will see you soon.